This is the TVS Cup Test Series, India versus Australia. 4 test matches in this series, and we are coming to you live from the Chinnaswamy Stadium here in the first test match.
We've got the two captains here, Adam Gilchrist, Sourav Ganguly and Raja Madagali, the ICC match referee. You've got the coin. Heads is the call, rolling, willy-nilly, and heads. Good toss to win here, I think.
Yeah, I mean, the conditions are fairly dry in the wicket. It's good to see the sun out too. There's been a bit of rain around, so hopefully that stays away. But look, with a toss, I think Steve Waugh always said, whatever you do first, you've got to do it well. So we got the chance to bat first. Hopefully we can play well and compile a big total.
Fantastic, Michael Clarke, debutant.
Yeah, very exciting. We all know whenever there's a new boy on the block, he's very excited, and the energy within the team is fantastic at the moment, based around a young guy making his debut.
Preparation's been good. Would you like to play one more game before the test?
I don't think so. I think our hit out in Mumbai was excellent. We, it wasn't too long a workout, but it was enough for everyone to get the skills that they needed. And then we've had great facilities here, and the weather fortunately has held out for us to get practice in. So no, we think we're as ready as we can be.
All right, mate. Thanks very much. Sourav, I got the feeling you would have liked to have won the toss here.
Yeah, it's a wicket where you win the toss and bat, but no, we've won test matches in India batting second, so we just go ahead and play the game.
Are you going with 2 spinners or 3 for this match?
2 spinners and 2 quicks.
And obviously Kumble is a major player. He's not too far away from the 400 mark.
Yeah, he is. He's a great bowler. He's about 3 wickets away from 400, and this will be the right stage for him to make it up. And
who will replace Sachin in the batting order? Will you slide in there or not?
Yeah, we're playing Yuvraj at number 6, and Akash Chopra opens.
Okay, good luck today. All the best. Well, that's the news here. Australia have won the toss and elected to bat. Back to you, Sanjay.
The Indian team making their way to the field. Michael Clarke will be making his debut for Australia in test match cricket, so that's going to be interesting. But this is one clash that we've all been waiting for a long, long time, Slats.
Yeah, look, I think this India-Australian clash, we saw Australia in Australia last year against India. Now, India came and they competed. First time in a long time away from home. And I think we've got now the series that everyone wants to see more regularly. I think we're going to play against each other a lot more. So it's about time Australia are back here, and the gloves are off, or gloves are on, I should say. It's going to be a big battle. It's a good toss for Australia to win.
A big job for these 2 opening batsmen out in the middle.
Yeah, there's no doubt it. First test match, first day of a test series. Oh, the Butterflies are being even with the most experienced players like Matthew Hayden and, of course, Justin Langer. Huge noise coming here. Fantastic. This is what test cricket's about. Here we go. Oh, that's worth a shout. That is real close. Oh. One feels that he might be very unlucky there, Irfan Pathan.
Very close indeed, Dino. Billy Bowden, the umpire. Justin Langer has this tendency of staying rooted to the crease initially. Hitting him in line, just on the back pad. I think the line was good. The height factor must have been playing on the mind of Billy Bowden. But a tough one, first ball up.
Everything attracts Billy, doesn't it? It's amazing. It was a real tough one. I've seen them given recently. You could feel a little bit disappointed Irfan Pathan. First runs. Justin Langer.
He's pushed that firmly towards mid-on, and that's good enough for Matthew Hayden. He's a strong man. First 4 for Australia.
Terrific stroke over the top from Justin Langer. First stroke of real confidence from the Western Australian. And straight away when Harbhajan Singh came on to Matthew Hayden, there was a man out at deep mid-wicket, maybe in it a little bit, maybe 30-40 yards from the rope. So tempting Hayden to still play the stroke. There he goes. In the angle. Oh, dropped him. Gone, he's gone. Hayden has gone, talking about the slog sweep. Man in 30 yards from the rope. Good field positioning set by Ganguly. And the first blood to India and Harbhajan Singh.
Great bowling, great pressure by the Indians, and they got what they deserved here. Matty Hayden tried to take them on. He hit it off the toe of the bat, and a great field placement by Sourav Ganguly. He's in a funny spot there, but Harbhajan gets his first wicket in this series. You can't keep him out of it. Matthew Hayden goes for 26. Australia 50 for 1. Comes in for the spot of Ricky Ponting, who's out of this match with a broken thumb. Of course, in the ICC match, cricket match where he dropped a catch and broke it. He's got a century. He's got pretty good numbers, batting at number 3. He likes to bat at number 3.
Here we say it is in his repertoire, and he's played it beautifully. We haven't seen him play a forceful one at this stage. The difference here was Harbhajan Singh got quite leg stump, and it was a little fuller.
Beaten him completely. I doubt whether that touched anything at all. No, there was a bit of bat on it, according to Steve Buckner, but Parthiv Patel is suggesting, we don't see it on the screen, but that it came off the pads.
Well, it's a wonderful piece of bowling from Harbhajan Singh, slightly quicker, and definitely flicked the bat pad.
And that's his 50. His 21st 50 at Test cricket. Tell you what, they're making a hell of a noise, let me tell you. It must be very hard as well, calling for the batsman running between the wickets with the noise here. Very loud. Bowley! That got through! This kid is a very good player for Pathan. A big in-swinging Yorker. It's off the pad to Langer, and the dangerous... Langer goes for 52. They got the second wicket, India.
Great captaincy by Sourav Ganguly, and what an effort from Irfan Pathan. Brilliant in terms of having 2 men in the deep for the hook. A bouncer up front in the over, and this reverse swing full of length. And Justin Langer, no movement of the feet, no position to play the delivery. And the breakthrough that the Indians were looking at, and the important one of Justin Langer, who is well settled, batting on a well-deserved half-century. He's gone. Irfan Pathan picking him up. It's 1-2-4 for 2.
Damien Martyn comes to the crease mainly because Irfan Pathan has got his first Test wicket on his home soil. That's right, he's played all of his Test cricket away. Now he gets an opportunity here and bowled a magnificent reverse in-swinging Yorker to knock over Justin Langer. That's the type of delivery. And that might be out. He's gone. I thought it was. It wasn't run out. He went down the pitch, got an inside edge, and it was well taken.
Just for a moment I was wondering what was Akash Chopra doing. There was a bit of bounce for Anil Kumble, delivered from right on top. The top spinner again coming from Anil Kumble. Beautifully bowled. Seen hitting the deck, the extra bounce, bit of bat. Straightforward catch to Akash Chopra, and I was wondering what he was doing to try and get the batsman run out. Got Steve Buckner thinking for a moment, but in the end made the right decision and the good one. Damien Martyn gone for 3. It's 129 for 3.
Darren Lehmann is the new batsman, known to be very good against the spinners. Had a good tour of Sri Lanka, where he got lots of runs, and also, of course, the vice-captain of this Australian team in the absence of Ricky Ponting. What a way to start. The juicy full toss. He's missed 4 runs, but he hasn't missed VVS Lakshman there. 129 for 3. He's gone to point and should be 4. So Darren Lehmann is going to counter-attack here. Oh, he's gone this time. Yes, Steve Buckner raises the finger. 399 for Anil Kumble, and Dravid this time wouldn't be asking Darren Lehmann whether he edged that one, because Steve Buckner thinks so, and that's what's important.
And Good consistent bowling from Kumble, showing why he's so good in these conditions. Talk about the top spinner. I think that was probably the top spinner, maybe even the googly, the Rongan. Comes out in unusual grip, and there he is, one more closer to those 400. 399 test wickets. Lehmann gone for 17, 149 for 4.
Well, the Indians have seen him before. This is Michael Clarke making his debut in Test match cricket. He's a talented player and he's got some good knocks against the Indian team, but this is a different proposition. This is Test match cricket. This is his debut in front of 30,000 people, and Anil Kumble, he has his tail up, and what's more, it's got some sting in it.
Well, he's looking compact there on his legs. That's twice now he's clipped Anil Kumble away, firstly for 2, this time for 4. It's a magnificent stroke. We've seen him punch Kumble away on the leg side, and this time his footwork was fantastic.
That's a lovely shot from Simon Katich. He's a no-frills player. He's not going to make the boundary, but he just goes about his business, isn't he? Very professional. He's not flashy, and that'll bring up his half-century. Very well constructed, great concentration. All the requirements or ingredients that you need in this part of the world. Aggressive shot from Michael Clarke. Pays off, finds the gap through extra cover. Little risky, wasn't quite there, but the conviction was there.
Look at the partnerships here for Australia, 50 and 74. And then 2 quick wickets were lost when Langer and Martin fell after lunch. That's a very good shot. He loves to play the pull shot. 9 runs of that over, 209 for 4.
Latched onto that quickly, Clarke, and it's gone all the way. Billy Bowden raises both arms. Doesn't miss the bad ball, Clarke. It was a low full toss, signs that Anil Kumble just getting a little bit frustrated.
Thanks, Shiver, and look at that, it's gone big time. He's first 6 in Test cricket. Oh, he's a breath of fresh air. It's been a gutsy call. It's been a gutsy call from the Test selectors to pick him. He's backed them up with a magnificent 50, and look at this for a shot. We're around the wicket, hitting over the top and down the ground.
We know it's through the injury to Ricky Ponting, but that's how opportunities present themselves. He's been waiting to go in Test cricket for a little while, Michael Clarke. There hasn't been a spot there, and that's out. That's out. Simon Katich disgusted with himself, and that will bring the 400th Test wicket for Anil Kumble. He was getting frustrated. It's been hard slog getting this 3rd today, therefore his 400th. I think he might have been focusing just a little too heavily on that, and we've seen some erratic bowling in the past few overs, but finally he gets the breakthrough. Forget the 400. This is a huge one for India late in day 1.
Well, he's played all over the top of that, Simon Katich, and it's gone onto the stumps. But well done, Anil Kumble, and well played, Simon Katich. He's out for 81, and it's 256 for 5. He's not the worst left-hander batsman in the world, probably the best number 7 batsman that's ever lived. Look at that for an average, 53, close to 10 hundreds, 17 50s. And let me tell you, he gets them in a hurry, a hell of a hurry. And that was not really a nasty ball. That was in a gimme area, outside off stump. And gave it what it just deserved. It's been a fantastic, a riveting day's play here. It's the first day's play, and look, the pick of the bowlers will be Kumble, but I still think Harbhajan Singh's bowled very, very well, as is Irfan Pathan. He's impressed me every time. Pulls it away, and it's a beautiful shot. It really is a beautiful shot. He picks the length so quickly, and the way he squats and pulls the ball, it just cuts out any chance of the ball going up in the air. Sees it so quickly, short, pulls it away. down the ground and beautiful. Oh, this guy can play. Fantastic for. Beautiful shot. It's gone for 4. Let's forget about the bump ball for a second. Again, the placement was perfect. And that's turned quite a bit off the boardings there. Well, watch it, son. Through the legs of the young ball boy out there. And all of a sudden, the wheels are starting to fall off here with India. Oh, that's a beautiful shot. He's got a beautiful bat. Just the timing, a high grip, and right in the middle of the bat. Well, that's gone fine, and it's another boundary. Typically Adam Gilchrist, where you just think he's looking for the rooms and finish the day's play. It was a bad ball, though. There's only not too many spots he could hit it, except for where he did there.
So it'll be Adam Gilchrist to take strike. Irfan Pathan will be bowling the first over today. And we've got the new ball. It was taken just before the close of play yesterday. And a lot of effort will be put in by this man, Pathan, and the other bowlers. Imagine Zahir Khan will join him at the other end. It's a big hour for everyone involved. India need wickets. And if Australia are going to go and press on to 400 and more, they need to get through this first hour, Shiva.
The first 1 hour is very crucial for both teams. Look for wickets, the Indians.
And that one will run away. A little streaky from Michael Clarke.
Well, that's Adam Gilchrist. He's hit that straight into the stands and brings up the 15. 18th Test 50 and goes there with a 6. Oh, he's played that nicely. Terrific timing on that one. He's got 4 for that. 96, Michael Clarke.
The nerves build. 24 balls. And a come on.
Well, it's good that he's got a smile on his face there, trying to relieve the tension. Adam Gilchrist wanders down to have a quiet word with him.
He's a great character, you know, Athers. He's full of energy. I think he's going to inject so much into this Australian side. Early success, and I think that'll be it. He's running hard. He's coming back for 2. Put your hand in the air. Raise the bat, young fella. 100 on debut. Great stuff. Kissing the badge on his baggy green. He didn't want to change it over. Tears from the mother. They've been through it the whole way. And great support from this Indian crowd. Appreciation. Look at him go.
Even more animated than you used to be. Can't believe it. It's a moment he'll remember for the rest of his days. A wonderful innings. Chanceless and nerveless until he got into the 90s. And 100 on debut. Adam Gilchrist down the pitch again, and for the second time this morning he's planted Anil Kumble into the stands.
And there's another one. That is huge. Adam Gilchrist.
4-12 for 5. Anil Kumble to continue to Adam Gilchrist, who has 94. Four more. Poor piece of fielding at long off, and Gilchrist now 2 away from 3 figures. Now push hard, it must be 2. And there it is. Another 100 for Adam Gilchrist. A rejuvenated Adam Gilchrist after a difficult 12 months with the bat. And he moves on to 102, 13 fours and 3 sixes. Off just 103 deliveries. Well played. In the air, great catch. A magnificent catch from Harbhajan Singh, one-handed, low, going to his right. And he ends a marvellous innings from Australia's standing captain, Adam Gilchrist, on the stroke of lunch.
Beautifully bowled, a little too late. A change of angle, curve into the left-hander. And just a little bit of turn. Adam Gilchrist was into the shot a little too early, getting the leading edge. And a good reaction catch from Harbhajan Singh, low down to his right. Not easy when you're on your follow-through, but very well anticipated, well taken by Harbhajan. And a great innings from Adam Gilchrist comes to an end. It's been sheer entertainment for all the crowd here at the KCA. Chinnaswamy Stadium here in Bangalore. And Michael Clarke, he's made a valuable contribution as well. He's unbeaten on 111. Parents just joining in the fun.
What a moment for Michael Clarke. His parents and grandparents who are here in Bangalore to witness their boy's greatest moment so far.
This is how the match stands at lunch on day 2. 423 for 6. The Australians, 2 century makers, Michael Clarke and Gilchrist, and of course Simon Katich yesterday setting the foundation. And Justin Langer with his 50 right there at the top. Irfan Pathan, just the 1 wicket that he picked up yesterday of Justin Langer. Harbhajan Singh picked up the wicket this morning of Adam Gilchrist. Cotton bowled 2 for 132. Anil Kumble, no addition to his 3 wickets yesterday. And 7 overs from the part-time bowlers Virendra Sehwag and Yuvraj Singh. Well, the match has slipped away from India at the moment, but here's a chance. Shane Warne, new batsman in Athens.
Yes, the demise of Adam Gilchrist on the stroke of lunch at least gave India a glimmer of a chance of bowling Australia out below 500. Shane Warne now has come to the crease. There's not much pressure on him, and he's the type of player who likes to have a bit of fun at the crease, and I think we'll see Shane Warne playing pretty aggressively. Michael Clarke will carry on, hopefully for him, and Australia in the same vein as he did before lunch.
Gone. Harbhajan Singh has struck for India. That's where he's dangerous as a bowler. Give him a scent and he'll run through you. Shane Warne got a beautiful delivery there, and he's a new batsman at the crease. Tough to play those.
Didn't pick the doosra. And what a good doosra it was. Perfectly pitched, just holding up and bouncing. And took the shoulder of the bat or the bottom of the glove and just looped to Rahul Dravid. And I think that's Rahul Dravid's 100th catch in Test match cricket. And the end of Shane Warne for 1. Australia 427 for 7.
Harbhajan Singh's venom is starting to work here in Bangalore. He's picked up his 3rd wicket. His 2nd in 2 overs. Jason Gillespie is the new batsman with 4 fielders around the bat. Cross-batted, but effective. In fact, may have just gone all the way. The fielder, well, Billy Bowden hasn't waited for a confirmation. He signaled that as a 6. He's taken that on the full. More in control, less risk on that shot. And that's 10 runs of 2 balls. Oh, these are tremendous shots. I think he's taken the Indian captain by surprise here. Ganguly may have expected him to be a little more aggressive with Jason Gillespie at the other end, but it's happening too quickly for him. The pull shot, and it's cleared the fielder at deep mid-wicket.
It's not often that you see a world-class spinner like Anil Kumble with 400 Test wickets to his name being dominated as he is right now. This young batsman playing his first Test match is completely on top of the veteran spinner here.
I think it's important, though, that the tail of this Australian side do look to play some shots, and there's one. He's broken the shackles. An extension of the forward defence is the off drive. Another delightful stroke. Michael Clarke continues. 1 off 150. That's a big shot. Leans back on the leg. smashes it through the offside. And that'll bring up another milestone for this youngster, 150. This epic innings continues. Brilliant. The parents, not so emotional this time. They can relax, sit back and enjoy his innings. I'm sure it was all nerves this morning before he reached 100. Really is a fabulous effort. And out. There we go. And talk about milestones. Well, it comes to an end. A little outside edge. He was just trying to guide that, I think, down to third man or work it into the vacant area in the offside for another single.
A great innings comes to an end, just looking for the single. Open areas, he's looking to rotate strike, but he'd be a very, very happy man, satisfied to the core. First test match, away from home, difficult conditions, not the greatest of pitch to bat on, good spin attack. And the crowd stands up to salute this great effort by Michael Clarke. He will remember this day for a long, long time. Magnificent innings indeed. Even the great Mark Waugh salutes it, and the Aussie crowd go up. And so do the Indians. They love their cricket in this part of the world. It's 471 for 8.
Well, the new batsman is out there, Michael Kaspervits. He averages just over 11. He certainly is no mug with the bat. He's another valuable member of this Australian cricket team who lends a hand when he comes to the crease. More often than not, he can handle himself quite nicely. It's awesome. It's without... Oh, is that... The catch unmoves Steve Buckner.
Initially for the leg before, Harbhajan Singh went up and then realized Akash Chopra. That was Yuvraj Singh. Brilliantly lashed onto it, and the appeal for caught at short leg has gone up. So in consultation with his partner, Steve Buckner now, with Billy Bowden.
Well, there's been a number of these in the test match. It's only in today too, and the second time the umpires have had to confer on a dismissal. Patel yesterday claimed a catch that was shown to have fallen short. Once again, we go to the third umpire. Off the boot, up in the air. Was there a bottom edge? The thought is yes. And the ball has just carried.
And the red line goes up. You'd have to term it as a great catch in the end. It's taken a long time, but he's been given the right decision made. Was taking evasive action, but reacted quickly in time, Yuvraj Singh. And the crowd is up and delirious. 474 for 9. And Glenn McGrath, the new man in. 98th test match for him. Best of 39. He'd be proud of that.
But he has improved, did a lot of work with Steve Waugh. That will be close. The knot of death, the finger goes up. Australia's innings is finished. And Harbhajan Singh does get his 5 wickets. Bowled a lot of overs, was persistent, a lot of frustration in those overs as well. Glenn McGrath taking the wrong option. He's relying on the sweep shot, but I think it was smart bowling from Harbhajan Singh, bowling that top spinner again.
And a much fuller length, and he knew the moment Glenn McGrath missed it, he was certainly going to strike the stumps. But this time the pad was in the way, and no problems for Steve Buckner. Ruling it in the bowler's favour, and rightly so. Another fifer, 12th time for Harbhajan Singh in his test match career. So that's a great effort in the end. The Indians have come back in the last 45 minutes and bowled out Australia for a good score of 474 in 130 overs. I think the Australians will be pretty happy with this score. They were 149 for 4 at one stage, and from there on, if you look at 474, it's a very good score indeed.
It was hot work and good batting from the Australians. Half centuries to Langer. Kadich was disappointed not to make 100, but very impressive. And then the 200s. Michael Clarke on debut, 151, and explosion from Adam Gilchrist, 104.
Hard work for all the bowlers. Pathan doing it pretty well indeed. Very, very steady, but a swing in the air. Zair Khan picking up the important wicket today of Michael Clarke, who's been a sensation in the recent past, and today has announced his arrival in his test match career. Harbhajan Singh, the most Impressive, and the most successful Indian spinner, 5 for 146. Anil Kumble picking up 3, reaching 400 test wickets, but nothing today for him.
Time India played in a test match, Parthiv Patel opened the innings with Virendra Sehwag, but it's back to the two right-hand openers. Virendra Sehwag averaging more than 100 this calendar year in test matches, so he is still the man in form as far as test matches is concerned. His one-day form has been ragged. So the first ball about to be bowled. Let's cross over to our commentators, Michael Atherton and Lakshman Sivaramakrishnan.
Thank you, Sanjay. Important time this for India. Must get a solid start in reply to Australia's 474. And the hopes rest on Akash Chopra and Virendra Sehwag. Very interesting to watch Chopra and Sehwag walk to the crease. Sehwag very languid, very laid back. Chopra walked about 15-20 yards ahead of him, eager to get to his mark. There's Virendra Sehwag. Wonderful average, over 50. And they'll both be facing Glenn McGrath and Jason Gillespie. McGrath first. And there are one or two question marks surrounding the premier fast bowler of the last decade or so. Has he still got it in him, the same potency? Or has he lost just a little bit of that pace and nip that he had a few years ago? Here we go, we'll soon find out. Well, that must be close. It's a bad leave. Gone. Steve Buckner raises the finger, and Glenn McGrath and Australia have struck, and they've struck early. The end of Akash Chopra. He's gone and forgotten.
Big blow for the Indians, and what a great delivery. Glenn McGrath makes this pitch look totally different. Very full length, and look at that seam movement into the right-handed Chopra. Good position of the seam, and great movement indeed. No shot offered, just outside the line of off stump. And Buckner thought very hard and took a bit of time and thought the height was good enough. And Glenn McGrath's delighted. Akash Chopra gone, it's none for one.
Rahul Dravid, number 3 for India, comes to the crease with his team yet to score their first runs in this innings. 2 players now at the crease who average over 50 in Test match cricket, but they're under pressure. 0 for 1, and Glenn McGrath has got the early wicket he so likes. His tail's up. Well, that's a crunching stroke. The first 2 balls that he faced, he punched back hard to mid-off. This time he's just manoeuvred it wide of the fielder, and India away. The first boundary to Virendra Sehwag. Rahul Dravid's gone. Glenn McGrath has his second wicket, and India in all kinds of trouble. 4 for 2.
What a start by Glenn McGrath. There's a few question marks to say whether he's struggling to come back. Well, he's come back in vengeance here. A ball again nipping back. Might have done him in length, I feel. He caught him on the crease. Yeah, it's nipped back, a good seed, and he's missed it by a month. It's hit middle stump. What a great delivery. A dream start for Glenn McGrath. A dream start here for Australia. And one of the greatest batsmen India's produced is gone. Wow, can you believe the excitement? Dravid, can you believe, goes for a duck. India in all sorts of trouble. 4 for 2.
Got a pretty good record, Sourav Ganguly, in Test match cricket. Averages shade over 42. Now, will the Australians change their tactics to him? They do feel he's vulnerable early on to the short ball. So far, McGrath's been pitching the ball up and bowling straight. Well, he wasn't sure for a moment, Ganguly. He just shaped as if he was going to duck for an instant, and then decided to play the pull, and he's played it pretty well in the end.
Look, at times I think he's in between the devil and the deep blue sea. Sometimes he doesn't know whether he should pull the ball, or other times he doesn't know where he should let it go. His natural instinct is to go after the ball, and I think that might be the better way to play. If you want to go hard after the ball, go hard. But other times he gets himself caught up. Should he go hard at it?
Nicely played. Wasn't a massive amount of feet movements. He was a little bit stuck in glue, but it found the middle of the bat. 15 for 2. Terrific stroke. It's fallen, it was straight, and it's been slammed back down the ground. 31 for 2.
Again, that one played finer. This goes through into the third man, regulation third man area, and that's 4 runs. That third man area, and again, and there's another one. No danger in that shot from Sehwag because of the pace of the pitch. Controlled it again, and it races away. 48 for 2.
Oh, that's a good shot. If it's timed well, he'll get 4 for it. He's picked up the right space where there was a huge gap. 4 more to India and the captain. That's 4. I don't think it was deliberate. I think he edged it and then sort of just opened the face of the bat to suggest that he had just played a glide shot down to third man. But that's 4 more. 10 runs of that McGrath over. And still 1 ball to go. Bowled the 1 over before tea. Shane Warne. That's 4. Goes onto the practice pitches. There's no stopping once that happens. And what a good shot this is.
Again, he's got no fear, Sehwag. He really hasn't got any fear. And the Indians love him here, the way he plays the game. It gets inside the ball. Look at that. His feet are outside leg stump there, and it's still hitting with the spin there.
Oh, beautiful shot. I think the placement was absolutely perfect. And always had that Ganguly timing on it. That's 4. That's such a good shot from Virendra Sehwag. As you keep saying about him, clean striker of the ball. It's another attractive 4. Oh, gone. Yes, a catch has been taken. And Kasparovich has got the danger man. And look at the Indians. They've got their hands on their heads. Virendra Sehwag was looking good. And he was looking dangerous for the opposition. But Kasparovich has struck for Australia.
The first time he's played a little top spin forehand for the whole match. He hasn't even looked to hit the ball on the onside. And what a catch by Justin Langer on his shoulders. Oh, catches win matches, sir. And the dangerous Sehwag, he's gone for 39. And they're in trouble now. 87 for 3.
Brings to the crease VVS Latchman. Very potent batting order, India. When they're on song, particularly in their territory, they're very hard to contain.
Now then, first boundary to Laxman. It wasn't a convincing stroke. And it is an area that Australia maybe feel is a slight weakness, the fact that Laxman in defence on the back foot tends to play away from his body a fraction.
Yeah, there's no doubt the team meeting would be all about how we're going to get him out early, and the focus would be full and straight or just hovering outside that off stump. The thing is here, with so little carry in this pitch, even if he gets a genuine outside edge, is it going to carry to one of the slips or even Adam Gilchrist? The finer it is, the more chance it will get through to Adam Gilchrist.
A nick. Yes, the Indian captain's gone. Terrific bowling from Kasparovich. The ball just reversing away from Ganguly, and a slightly open blade. And Adam Gilchrist has taken a simple catch.
I think this is an example and a reason why Kasparovich has been selected over the pace of Brett Lee. Very effective in India. He's got good reverse swing and the ball is starting to go. It moved just enough away from the flashing blade of Ganguly. Just got away from his body a little bit, followed the ball, and his second wicket. Kasparovich strikes. Ganguly's gone for 45, 98 for 4.
4 down now, India, and in some trouble, Yuvraj Singh in at number 6, another left-hander to replace the departed Sourav Ganguly.
Beautiful shot. Beautiful shot. The little top spin forehand that he plays, and it's a good race here. It's gone for 4.
Some joy for the Indian crowd here. And what a fantastic shot that was from VVS Lakshman. Once again, the angle, fetching it from just off stump.
Beautifully whipped away. Oh, he is a very good player. He just saw the length, realised it was short, quickly on the back foot. 4 more. That might go away for 4. Oh, the timing. The timing was absolutely brilliant. 9 off the over, 124 for 4. 2 beautiful shots though, weren't they? And is he gone? He's given him. What a great delivery. Chased a wide ball there, but still reverse swung. And that's a major breakthrough. Yuvraj playing outside off stump. And Gilchrist, the skipper, mopping it up.
Corridor of uncertainty. Far away from the body, had to reach for it. Very good catch in the end by Adam Gilchrist. Very low, but very good indeed. McGrath picks up another one. What a bowler he's been. Yuvraj gone for 5. It's 1-2-4 for 5.
Parthiv Patel, he's got a big job to do. India need 151 more to save the follow-on. It's got a player that can quite easily do it. VVS Lakshman, it's just got to find a partner who's willing to put a 50 or 100-run partnership together. Pat on the back and said, come on, youngster. It's like father and son out there. One kid, look, he looks about 14. And that's worth a shout. Well, no was the knot of death, I call him. He can't believe that's not given out. That looked real close.
Did he get any bat onto that? That's the only thing that could have saved him. But you're right, Steve Buckner nodded, and everyone thought the finger was going to go up. Well, I think it was Pat first.
All right, let's have a look. Did it pitch in the red zone? Yeah, it has. Has it hit him in front? Yes, it has. Would it have hit middle leg? Oh, yes, it would have.
This ball is reverse swinging, and that reverse swung straight onto the middle of Lakshman's bat. Lovely cover drive. There's a big shot in the air, just in front of Glenn McGrath, who was standing on point. Calls of catch it from Gilchrist. Falls safely.
Well, the last over, Adam Gilchrist asked Shane Warne if he wanted Glenn McGrath in front of square or behind, and it was the leg spinner that said he wanted him behind square. And if he'd have followed his captain's advice, he might have picked up his first wicket. VVS Lakshman, an absolute ripper from Shane Warne, pitching Midland leg and spinning and knocking the top of off stump out. An absolute ripper, and Shane Warne's first wicket of the match.
And relief too for Shane Warne. You'd see in his face he's wanted this. That is a gem. We could say there's a little bit of a likeness to that ball way back in '93 that bowled Mike Gatting. Same sort of delivery, pitching in and about leg stump, hitting off stump. Brilliant stuff. Lakshman, hard fought 31. It's 136 for 6. Irfan Pathan, 6 test matches. It's surprising. You feel he's been around for a lot longer than that, and he's still only 19 years of age.
With sponsors. You notice that Adam Gilchrist said that he, in particular, had cut down his involvement off the pitch this time around, and that seems to be reflected in their desire and commitment on the pitch at the moment.
And here's the match summary. Clark yesterday, absolutely brilliant. 151 runs at Gilchrist. His first 100 as a Test captain, which Ricky Ponting has never scored a Test 100 while being captain. Kadich brilliantly in 81. And Harbhajan Singh, he bowled beautifully. Did 5 for 146 yesterday. Kumble 3 for 157. Outside edge, just short of the split fieldsman there in the first boundary of the morning.
It's always been an unfair game to the bowlers. Great delivery from Glenn McGrath, going round the stumps, angling it into the left-handed Pathan and getting some deviation off the pitch. Once again playing away from the body.
Bouncer, and he was going to duck at one stage and then realised he was in a bit of trouble, so he'll play the hook shot and he got lucky. 4.
It was well directed by Jason Gillespie. In the end, trying to get on top of it to keep it to the ground.
It's a good straight hit. Irfan Pathan perhaps deciding that the first over from Shane Warne is going to be critical, not letting Warne relax.
Aggressive intent from Pathan down the pitch. And he used his feet well. He got to the pitch of the ball. And no risk in the shot.
Big hit, over the top. Well played, son. Beauty.
Well, it's the second time he's dished out this treatment to the great leg spinner. He did it in his first over when he waltzed down and slotted him over mid-on. This one went over mid-wicket, but it was an equally good stroke.
Well, they've pushed the mid-on just a little bit deeper there, Glenn McGrath, and he realised that, and he just thought, well, I'll hit him more Cowick corner. And hitting with the spin, good batting. Oh, it's a big appeal. They're really appealing, and he's given him. Well, Billy Bowden took forever. It took forever to give him out there, but Shane Warne has broken through.
Well, Irfan Pathan lingered for a hell of a long time at the crease, and there's boos ringing around the ground now. Certainly he's not happy with the dismissal. I don't think the crowd is as well. He pushed forward, it's a good ball, plenty of flight and spin, and spun in between bat and pad. The question was there an inside edge? Billy Bowden thought so, because he thought for a while and then raised the finger, but Irfan Pathan not happy. Let's have a look at the replay. Pushes forward, it spins through the gate. Difficult to see, but judging from Irfan Pathan's reaction, I'd be surprised if there was an inside edge. Nevertheless, he's got to go. 196 for 7.
Anil Kumble comes to the crease here, averages a shade under 17. He's got an 88 under his belt there, and he's got to face another great leg spinner, probably the best there's ever been, Shane Warne. He's got his second wicket. Half a shout.
One of the greatest of all time, but that is a great shot. Making use of the ball well outside leg stump, just varying his line, trying something different. Shane Warne doesn't succeed. Very good performance, and that could be out. Inside edge possibly. Billy Bowden unmoved on this occasion. Confident appeal again from the Australians. No raising of the bent finger.
Well, my first reaction is this is out. Let's have another look. It seemed like there was something on it before it hit the thigh pad. Darren Lehman, the catcher. Yeah, it seemed like there was some deflection before the ball hit the thigh pad or the pad. Yeah, inside edge onto the pad, onto the thigh pad actually, and to forward short leg.
Definitely. So, you know, there you go, the game. How things can turn around. Pathan gets a rough decision. Patel gets one in his favour. off the bat, just a little inside edge off the thigh guard, which assists in shooting it out a little square at a Darren Lehmann. And there's a let off.
Well, this is cricket. Can be a cruel game. For a man who has very limited first-class experience, his performance with the bat is just terrific. He's played it well. It's gone fine. Glenn McGrath is very square on the leg side. He's given up the chase. That's 4 more.
There's a bit of a pursuit from Glenn McGrath, and the old twinkle toes, these new half-kilo boots, didn't allow him to get there in time. But nicely played, and they've got some different tactics that Australia need to employ, because it's very different to what they'd normally do when the tail come in. Normally, in Australian conditions, extra pace and bounce.
Bowled. Gillespie's got his first one. A ball that's just snuck through, kept a little bit low. I wonder if he's got an inside edge. And finally, Gillespie's got his name on the score sheet.
Had to wait a long time. Didn't have a good outing with the first new ball, Jason Gillespie, but he's come back very strongly indeed. And at a time when the Australians were looking for wickets, taking the new ball. And what a start to this spell. Inside edge, playing it on. Good innings from Parthiv Patel comes to an end. Very late on that, Parthiv Patel. Good pace by Jason Gillespie. Patel gone for 46. It's 2-7 for 8.
Harbhajan Singh, age 24, average of just below 14. His high score is 66 against Zimbabwe. Trust me, this is not a Zimbabwean attack. It's a little bit better. Gillespie with the new ball. And he's hit that right in the middle. Lovely shot. Keeps it to 1.
He's got good hands, Harbhajan Singh. And that's why he's such an exciting batsman.
And India will get 3 more runs from their, they wouldn't like it if I call him a tail ender, but the lower half of the Indian batting contributing here.
I think Glenn McGrath will be happy with Damien Martyn at mid-off. Should have really stopped this. And in the end, dived over it. And it's hard work bowling in these conditions. There's not much in it for the fast bowlers, and you need your fielders to back you up all the way.
Again, it's the same area. This time it goes quicker. And this time also it will reach the boundary ropes.
7 runs of 2 balls. Not sure what Harbhajan Singh's gone. Straightforward catch to extra cover. Darren Lehmann has taken the catch, and McGrath has got his 4th wicket.
This is very smart thinking from Glenn McGrath, because as we've just mentioned, he knows Harbhajan Singh can't stop himself playing strokes, so he bowls a slower ball. And Harbhajan Singh threw the stroke too early, and there's a man at short extra cover, Darren Lehmann, who accepts the simplest of offerings. Very smart thinking, and the 4th wicket for Glenn McGrath. The end of Harbhajan Singh for 8, 244 for 9. Zahir Khan, the last man in for India. Michael Slater has joined me. And a former teammate of yours on the verge of another 5-fer.
Incredible achievement. This will be his 25th 5-fer in Test match cricket. It was nearly then. It's a wicket maiden, 244 for 9. And bowled him! Jason Gillespie probably hasn't been in the best form of all the bowlers. He has just struggled a little bit, but there's one thing you know with Jason Gillespie, he is always giving 100%. A great team man, and they've been able to close the innings very quickly.
Wes is a good delivery. Daniel Cumblade played well, but he got one that just angled in and held up slightly off the seam and honing in on off stump. And Australia have the last man. 2:46 all out India. They trail by 228. And that's a sorry tale for India. Nobody reaching a half century. A couple of 40s, 3 30s and 120, but it's not really good enough in Test cricket. And there's the outstanding figures for Glenn McGrath. 4 for 55 off 25 overs. Halfway through, or just past halfway through, of the third day of this first Test match. Australia in a dominant position.
It'll be interesting to see how Patan, I thought he bowled very well with the new ball early. He didn't give any bad stuff, any short or wide balls to be driven. I suppose the one, Langer was the one that didn't look at home, did he? He was struggling with the pace of the ball and the bounce, and he couldn't come to terms with it, but he still struck it out with a real tough, gritty 52. So, look, these two, they pride themselves on making big partnerships. They pride themselves on the fact that they don't care how they look as long as they give the numbers. And look, these two here, they make it so easy for the middle order. You'd love to be behind these two guys. They consistently keep getting 50s and 100-run partnerships that makes it so easy. And, of course, when you got coming in at 2 wickets for 4 runs that happen for your middle order here for India, it always makes it hard for the middle order.
And look at those statistics. 57.78. That is in the class of great. He keeps churning out runs, and while he did miss out in the first innings, there was still a contribution. There were still 20-odd runs, and you don't mind missing out and still scoring 20. I think that still allowed for a settler in the day one, first morning of this big Test series. You don't want to expose number 3 too early. Irfan Pathan has got the new ball.
It's going to be very important for the Indians to bowl very tight indeed. If they can pick up wickets, nothing like it.
He's been the regular opener since that last Test match in 2001. Ashes Tour again, nearly through. Good area appeal from Pathan. He's gone! An early strike. Langer's not happy. A little glance at Steve Buckner.
India needed an early breakthrough. They still trail by 228 runs. Early breakthrough.
This will be an interesting replay. Delayed reaction from the bowler going up in appeal. Steve Buckner took his time, which he normally does, and he's given it in the bowler's favour. Justin Langer is not the tallest batsman around. Irfan Pathan getting in the right areas. Well, very tight indeed, just above the knee roll. The height factor is 1, and marginally outside the line of off stump. Very tough ball on Steve Buckner. And Justin Langer is disappointed because he thought it was a little too high. But Steve Buckner has given him much needed wicket for the Indians. And Australia have lost Langer. They're none for 1.
A lot of left-handers in this Australian side. Simon Kadich is off the mark with an easy flick to the onside. Well, another streaky shot. Good lines here from Zahir Khan. Doesn't help him out, though, because the edges aren't carrying to a fielder. Another boundary. Handy runs. Every run is handy now for Australia.
It's gone fine. And 4. Misdirected from Zahir Khan. And Matthew Hayden taking full toll. Drilled through the offside. Firstly, Khan strays down the leg side, then he serves up a juicy half volley outside off stump. Great shot. Really good footwork here. Was looking to come forward and then realised it was just fractionally short and got back and cut the ball away. I think Hayden, having seen that first ball, is going to look to play Harbhajan aggressively and not let him settle.
A really good shot here. Picked the length up really quickly. He likes to attack the spinners and get down the pitch here, and he realised it was short and pounced on it. And he hit it right in the middle of the bat there. It's gone for 4. So his idea is not to try to allow Harbhajan Singh to settle here. Now they've got a deep point out there. Trying to cut down the boundaries. Make Hayden take as many singles as he can.
Might be overthrows. There's a bit stiff on Virender Sehwag. It was a good piece of fielding. Good stroke. Got a short and wide one in the last over from Pathan and picked the fielder out. This time, he just nudges it past Point's left hand. It's in good form, Simon Katic. Poor piece of fielding. It's good cricket from Katic, good use of the feet, and a nice drive, but Virender Sehwag, a really poor piece of fielding, and he might get a word or two from his captain.
Yeah, he needs a cup of coffee to wake himself up, doesn't he? He should have got this. Nice drive, but no, that's just shocking. He won't look at the captain because he'll know the captain be looking at him.
Just out of reach of that first slip fielder. An unplayable delivery from Harbhajan Singh.
Lucky to get away with that, Simon Katic, but I think it's helped Harbhajan Singh remaining over the wicket. You're surprised he's not coming around that spits and turns. And Rail Dravid, possibly not square enough, but there was enough bat on it. Falls safely. Big turn with some added bounce in there as well.
It's travelling very quickly. Sourav Ganguly is not able to get any sprint at all going. We know he's got a bit of a groin strain after a great delivery, the last one, 4 runs of the next.
Can be a hard life as a bowler, can't it? Played nicely, softly into the offside. It really raced away fine. And the distance, close. Oh, he's hit, direct hit. Harbhajan Singh straight from bowling. Billy Bowden asked for the third umpire. Brilliant fielding.
Well, the Indians believe they've got Matthew Hayden. I just get the feeling it might be much closer than they think. They're almost celebrating out there. A tremendous piece of fielding by Harbhajan Singh. Great pickup, direct hit. He had one stump to look at, or maybe a stump and a half. And they're right, it's very close. But with the TV umpire, that's a simple decision for A.B. Jayaprakash. He's quite happy, I think, with just one angle. Now he wants another one. When he's on the field, A.B. Jayaprakash doesn't waste time raising the finger. And Matthew Hayden, and the big threat is out of the way for India. The red light will come on, which means Matthew Hayden has to walk back.
It never ceases to amaze Sanjay, direct hits. And how most of the time you're out. I'm sure Matthew Hayden probably felt he was just in. Direct hit was superb. Harbhajan Singh, fresh from bowling, had the energy to swoop on that and perform a run out. It's 65 for 2.
First innings didn't get too many, but he's another top-class player. We keep talking about fielding in one-day matches. I think it's equally important in test matches as well. We've seen the effects of one piece of fielding. 2 wickets down. Irfan Pathan will make full use of the slight advantage that Indians have at the moment. Here's a look at it again.
Well, no excuse for a different intensity in test match fielding. it should be exactly the same. Run-outs are just as effective, can change the course of the game. That really is brilliant. He got the throw away quickly, had to be accurate, and it's hit middle stump.
When he plays that shot pretty well most times, again, allowing the ball to come onto him and runs it away for 4. A bit of a risky shot with the slip there, but played it very well.
You mentioned a couple of balls ago that the line that he prefers is outside off stump. He likes a bit of width, and here Kumble just offered him a fraction of width. I think we'll try and see Anil Kumble straighten up his line and attack Martin around about middle and leg if he can.
Oh, it's a beautiful placement. Absolutely perfect. Real risky shot against the spin, but he's a class player, Damien Martin. And 4 more. This battle continues between Kumble and Katic.
You've been in the Australian dressing room, albeit a while ago, Dean. What do you think they'll be thinking here? Will they be thinking, what's the maximum time we need to bowl India out again, or will they be thinking, how many runs do we need to just put it beyond India?
Outside edge and gone. Driver takes another catch. That was a fantastic contest between these two, and the veteran wins out.
Terrific piece of bowling from Anil Kumble. He just dragged Simon Katic wider and wider. Katic had been looking to work him on the onside, and Kumble throws one outside off stump. Katic goes for the big drive, and a simple catch to Rahul Dravid, and his 100th catch in Test match cricket. The end of Simon Katic for 39, 86 for 3.
Darren Lehmann comes to the crease. 2 experienced players. They're not out of the woods yet, folks. They're not. They're 314 in front. You get the feeling once they get that score, if they get that score to 400, it'll be a hell of a chase by the Indians if they get it on a wearing pitch. The spinners are starting to take effect in this game. And he averages 50 in Test cricket. Really good numbers, aren't they? And he really is a great professional. He really knows how to play the spinners. But even so, you've got a great player, Kumble. He gets a wicket. It's amazing how well bowlers bowl after they've knocked someone over. 2 slips, a bat pad, full toss, a gimme. Absolute gimme. Doesn't even bother running.
What a gift. Batsman under pressure, didn't get runs in the first innings, it'll be in the back of his mind, and you serve up a big, juicy full toss.
Darren Lehmann keeping the spinner interested.
And started in the first innings in conservative fashion. Then there was an appeal for a ball that went to Rahul Dravid. The belief was that he'd got a little bit of glove on it, and then he tried to hit out. It was almost like he wasn't happy with his plan of attack, so it was now time to get on with it, not let the bowlers settle. Just not quite in a batting mode that's effective in India. Very difficult to get going, and it'll always take time to get going when you're coming out against the likes of Kumble and Harbhajan Singh. The bowlers are trying hard. Seen some inspiration in the field as well from Harbhajan Singh. But when you're so far behind, very hard to make inroads. And then comes the big shot, another boundary. And gone. Straight off the gloves.
Very good wicket there for Harbhajan Singh. And he's doing the Punjabi Bhangra, the celebration dance of people from Punjab, and that's where he comes from. And Darren Lehmann once again struggling against the spin of Harbhajan Singh.
Brilliant bowling, brilliant concentration from Harbhajan Singh. The ball before tried something different and got smashed through the covers for 4. Straight away he's back on line. And an easy catch, but terrific bowling. Darren Lehman will be disappointed. 2 misses in this test match. He's gone for 14. 104 for 4. I won't sing it. Hark the angels sing. Clark's the newborn king. He's very quickly been promoted to king status in India. They love their cricket. And he was the star. He's got to back it up here. The job isn't over for the Australian batsman.
That should be 4. Great way to get off the mark in the second innings. It's the end of the over. A wicket and 10 runs of it. 108 for 4. The short ball, Anil Kumble, after that first wicket, he's just lost his control.
Hasn't had a good match so far, Zair Khan. This is an important period of play for both teams, more so for India.
Runs, beautiful shot. It was in the slot. It was a bad ball. And he's got another boundary. He's got 2. In fact, he goes to 8.
He's such a beautiful player. There's no margin for error when you're bowling to Michael Clarke. If you're line or length, he's going to make you count, make you pay for it. Very nicely played indeed. Knew exactly where the field was. He's far too square, the man in the deep. He's disappointed. Pretty well be. Poor delivery.
And there it is. Beautifully played there by Damien Martyn, who looks quite settled now. He's 29 and he's batted very well. A good partnership, a solid partnership between these two of 23. That ends the third day's play, where the Australians are on top here at Bangalore. They really are on top. You're leading by 355, but you feel if India can win this match, they need to get the Australians out less than 400.
Good morning to all of viewers. Good morning, Dino. I certainly think there will be a lot of purchase for the bowlers. Batting is going to be difficult. But this man out in the middle makes it look very easy on a pitch which is crumbled. Day 4, you'd normally expect that in India. It's been a dry pitch to start with, in the sunshine for most part of the day. It's crumbled, the top surface is loose, plenty of cracks, vertical and horizontal.
Nice shot down the ground. Well, it's the first decent shot this morning, really. Well, it should get at least 3. Sourav Ganguly doing the work. It's been a bit tough today for the Australians to score quickly, but now they're just starting to play a few shots, and there's the misfield and a real bag one down there, and it's gone for 4. We're just checking here, but oh, he's made a mess of that. He really has made a mess of it. Good hard sweep. It's spinning away from Irfan Pathan. He gets down to pick it up, and oh, he's flicked it on, and it's hit this. Oh, we've all done it in our career.
This man has come back from a finger injury. Sourav Ganguly has had fitness problems. He's become slow in the field. VVS Laxman. Akash Chopra. The appeal has been made and the crooked finger comes up. There was no reaction from Michael Clarke to suggest that he got a difficult one. And another good delivery from Harbhajan Singh.
Well, this is a wonderful delivery, spinning and dipping, and it's the dip really that did for Michael Clarke, who came down the pitch and got out in a very similar way to how Damien Martyn got out in the first innings, coming down the pitch, not getting to the length of the delivery, and a simple catch to Akash Chopra at short leg. Really good piece of bowling from Harbhajan Singh, and the end of the century maker Michael Clarke in the first innings. He's gone for 17 in the second, 146 for 5.
Well, first innings centurion replaced by another first innings centurion, Adam Gilchrist, the sensational batsman. In fact, already one of the all-time greats, Adam Gilchrist. Harbhajan Singh has picked up his second wicket, and Akash Chopra, who we mentioned right at the start, is flawless at forward short leg and took another good catch. I do believe there is a bit of bite in the pitch this morning. Very clear to see. That's 4. And he loves it in this area. And Zaire Khan should be knowing it. Brings up the 150 for Australia.
Well, this is where Adam Gilchrist is such a dangerous customer. Things going quite well for India this morning. 151 for 5, just sniffing a go at the Australian tail, and then Adam Gilchrist comes in, signals his aggressive intent right from the word go.
Harbhajan into his 9th over today, extended spell. He's bowled well. He's the only off-spinner playing in this match. And he's the only bowler who's got some purchase from the pitch in terms of some footmarks outside the off-stump for the right-hander. It's too much outside the off-stump for the leg spinners, Shane Warne and Anil Kumble. And he's gone. Extremely well bowled. So the good work by Harbhajan continues. Great piece of deception. Just a little bit of flight in the air. That's when you give the opportunity to deceive the batsman in the air. And he did exactly that. So Harbhajan strikes for India. His 3rd wicket.
Spent a lot of time at the crease, Damien Martin. You could see he was really trying to get used to conditions over here in India, and he was batting within himself. One of the rare times he tries to play a forceful shot. Mohammad Kaif, the 12th man, is on the field, and he was never going to drop that. And that's one way of slowing this run rate, not that it's up there today, is by taking wickets. Martin 5 short of a half century. It's now 167 for 6.
Shane Warne, the new man in. High score of 99. Very experienced customer. Likes to play the big shots, but a difficult surface this one. Goes for the sweep. And he's found the gap as well. Gets off the mark in great style, Shane Warne. It's 171 for 6. Going towards the off stump and swatting it. Once again, very good contact. Going in the direction of deviation, Shane Warne, and he's doing it extremely well for the moment.
Well, he's played those two beautifully, hasn't he? It is one of his favourite shots, and he's got the right tactics at the moment. What the Indians are hoping for, and Harbhajan Singh, is a top edge, and it flies to one of the 2 men in the deep.
Mixed session for India, 54 runs for Australia, 2 wickets. And Anil Kumble will continue from the Bevel end, and in the commentator's box is going to be Dean Jones, with him as Michael Armstrong.
Thanks, Siva. Thanks, Michael. Lovely shot, really was. Again, letting the ball coming on. Really, sometimes he brings the first slip into play, but not on that occasion. The idea is to really watch the ball onto the bat. Well, that's a spitting cobra. Absolute spitting cobra there.
There's been a lot more bounce for the spinners as the game has progressed. We saw that for Harbhajan Singh yesterday, and just look at this bounce. That's why Parthiv Patel has got a helmet on behind the stumps.
I think Warnie probably said to him, well, I'll look for that spot when I'll have a bowl. Down the pitch. And that's gone for 4. I thought he got a hand on it. Irfan Pathan there, backward point. Square leg, a slog sweep.
His favourite shot's a slog sweep, isn't it? But Kumble is a very difficult bowler to slog sweep because of the bounce. I think that's a better option. Come down the pitch and play with a straight bat.
I wonder if it was the wrong one. Did he pick it? He's come down the pitch. Getting... I thought it might have been the wrong one. Just didn't spin. Yeah, I think it was the wrong one. Didn't spin anyway, and Warnie's picked it, I think. It's hit the middle of the bat. Beautiful shot. He knew he was looking for the square leg boundary, and he's bowled it wide. Well, it might have to go to the third umpire and have a little look here, but it's a lovely shot.
Always credit to Shane Warne. He's played a few slog sweeps and forced Harbhajan and Saurabh Ganguly to set this leg side dominant field. So the moment he gets a bit of width outside off stump, providing he's to the pitch of the ball, there are easy pickings through the offside. Brings up the 200 now for Australia. Very full and outside off stump. Bit of a risk hidden against the spin, but Australia in a position where they can take a few risks. Now, ball's got cannoned into the rope, and Billy Bowden should signal 4.
Well, he did know. He thought he got enough boot on it there, and he's run over the rope. And the umpire actually asked the player, I think it was Zahir Khan there, to say, was it 4 or not? And he didn't know. And Billy said, OK, I'll go to the third umpire. In the air, there's a big, and he's walked. Typical Adam Gilchrist. Very good delivery. Did him a length, I felt. And that's a big wicket there for the Indians.
Adam Gilchrist was out on the stroke of an interval in the first innings, and a repeat dose here for him on the stroke of lunch on the 4th day. It's an excellent delivery from Kumble. Just spun a fraction and bounced, and that's the thing with the bounce. The inside edges and bat pads will always carry to the close fielders. Another catch for Akash Chopra. Gilchrist gone for 26. Australia 204 for 7 and lead by 432.
The Australians just lost their 7th wicket, and in comes Jason Gillespie. An average of nearly 15 there. Best of 48 not out, but one of his best shots is the forward defensive, but he needs to play a couple more one fields if they're going to get a wriggle on and force a declaration here.
It's a very good shot. A number 3 batsman's shot, played by number 10. 209 for 7.
And got him. We've spoken a lot about how good the fielders are at back pad. It's Yuvraj Singh, not Chopra. He's relieving Chopra before he bats. And that is in the mask of a classic catch. Pure reflex.
Well, we said earlier, India is blessed with 2 terrific fielders at forward short leg. This is not Akash Chopra, and mind you, Yuvraj Singh is a natural left-hander. So it's a one-handed catch, the wrong hand. And he picked one in the first innings as well, which was a brilliant catch. And Shane Warne, as he was walking off when he passed Yuvraj Singh, was looking at him, and how did he do that? But a good innings from Warne, 31, Australia 216 for 8. Michael Kasparowicz has come in, which means the Australians haven't declared. If you needed any telling, 23 matches for Kasparowicz, best of 25. No, says Steve Buckner. In fact, Gillespie has started walking. And Harbhajan Singh has picked up his 5th wicket, the 6th consecutive innings against Australia. Here in India, that he has picked up 5 wickets. That's an outstanding bowling effort, and his 13th 5-wicket haul. And what's been outstanding here also is Gillespie just walking, although the umpire had not given him out.
Well, it'll be an interesting one to see if Steve Buckner would have given that out, because it must have just flicked the bottom hand glove. He didn't wait around, he made the job easy. You don't see that too often. Jason Gillespie walked. He's gone for 8. Australia now 217 for 9.
Glenn McGrath, the last man in for Australia. Best of 39. Be happy with that. Average little over 6. But the Indians will look at another wicket very quickly indeed.
Slog over the top. It'll go for 4. Good shot there, played by Kasparowicz, and let me tell you, he can hit them. He really can hit them. But I've no doubt Sehwag and Chopra will be just looking to see what Mr. Gilchrist is doing at the moment.
Getting off the mark in that fashion. Good pick. It was the wrong one from Anil Kumble. Not too much of deviation into the right-handed Kasparowicz. Not turning away, so the option was safe.
In the air, here's a chance for number 6, Dravid. Oh, he's a good a very good fieldsman. He made a very difficult catch look easy. Harbhajan gets 11 wickets for the match. Well taken, sir.
Great achievement by Harbhajan Singh. Once again, he loves this Australian team. Picks up number of wickets against them. Last time around, 32 wickets in 3 test matches, and what a start he's had to this series. 11 wickets already in the first match here in Bangalore, and a great delivery to finish it off. The intention of the batsman was to go on the leg side. The top spinner coming up from Harbhajan Singh, Kasparov, was into the shot a little too early, didn't pick the wrong one, top edging it, and a very good catch indeed by Rahul Dravid.
Yeah, he's kept the ball as well for Pathan, and well played. Fantastic piece of bowling. 6 for 78. 11 wickets in the match. The third time in his career. And a standing ovation here at Bangalore. And with his good mate Anil Kumble, the spin twins, look at them, work very, very hard. And now they go inside now. There's no doubt there was a message being sent out to the Australian batsman now to get on with it. First shot, as it always is, and by gee, he made a difficult catch look easy. Laxman congratulating Harbhajan. Fantastic performance. He really is a very good bowler. And here the Australians all out for 2-2-8. Everyone's got starts. 30 to Hayden, 39 to Kadich, and it goes all the way down to Gilchrist, 26, Warren with 31, and just 7 overs there, 7 extras there for 2-2-8.
Good performance once again by the spinners. Harbhajan Singh, the most successful in the standout bowler. Irfan Pathan picking up an early wicket. Kumble contributing too. So overall, very, very good performance as far as Indian bowling is concerned.
Well, it is the match summary here. The Australians won the toss, elected to bat 474. India replied 246. And then the Australians here all out for 228. Harbhajan Singh, the hero again, 6 for 78. India need 457 runs to win from here with about 144, 143 overs to go left in the match. Well, there's nothing worse being on a pair, and a lot of things you can do to eradicate it, and let's try and get some practice in. And would you believe this morning at 7:30 he was in the nets this morning trying to get himself right.
It's got to be real close and giving him. He's not happy because I think he got an inside edge. I wonder if he did. And Billy Bowden, a ball that nipped back again, and he's not happy. And he's having a word there to Billy Bowden. And India have lost their first wicket.
Stunned in silence. The crowd here. Once again, the length was very good from Glenn McGrath, but watch it. Big inside edge. Big inside edge from Virendra Sehwag. It's a noisy crowd, and Billy Bowden doesn't hear that noise. Up goes the cricket finger. Much to the disappointment of Virendra Sehwag. He's gone for a knot. It's 1 for 1.
Dravid's on naught at the moment. A duck in the first innings. Chopra got a duck in the first innings. And Glenn McGrath struck again what was really a very poor decision by Billy Bowden. Virendra Sehwag would be at the moment being absolutely livid in the dressing rooms, being LBW on a ball that he hit into his pads. Well, to take you through the next half hour, Sanjay Mandraker and Mike Atherton.
Thank you, Dino. 1 for 1. Again, another poor start for the Indians in the second innings. Good pace. And that's the problem with Glenn McGrath. His first couple of overs with the new ball make all the difference. He got his fingertips to it. It was a great delivery from Gillespie, hitting the seam. The extra bounce that you would expect on an Australian pitch, extracted by Gillespie here.
We've seen the odd ball bounce for Gillespie and McGrath. Dravid was wrapped on the gloves by McGrath at the end of the last over, and this time Chopra pushing forward quite low, taking either the shoulder of the bat or the bottom of his glove. And Australia have gone defensive at the start. They've only had one slip in place and a kind of hovering fifth slip.
Good shout. That's a very good shout. Yes,
The finger goes up again. Gillespie has backed up Glenn McGrath this time in the second innings. And India have lost 2 wickets very early.
Well, it's a problem for batsmen when Steve Buckner takes a long time without shaking his head. You know that eventually he's going to raise the finger. He gives the batsman a slow death, but this is a fair enough decision. Good bowling from Gillespie. It's straight, nipping back, catching Chopra on the crease. Terrific start for the Australians, and India in trouble. 7 for 2.
That's 4. It just held the breathing for the Indians. They've been stifled by these 2 very good new ball bowlers. Nicely played. Oh, there's a run out. This is nothing short of tragedy for India. That's all I can say. 12 for 3.
Recall a run out that the Indian captain was involved in right at the end of the Champions Trophy. It was very similar to this. The Indian captain wanted the single and set off, and Rahul Dravid sent him back, but all too late. And Australians absolutely cock-a-hoop. The Indian captain gone, and his side are 12 for 3.
But what he needs to do here, just spend time in the middle. It's not about what kind of shots you can play. It's all about time now for India.
And straight away a big shout. That's a good line. The finger goes up. First ball, a wicket to Shane Warne. Out the front. What that does is it slides on. There's no turn. Rachman departs.
For the second time in this match, Shane Warne has dismissed VVS Lakshman. And this is a very, very special delivery. The flipper pitching in line, straightening, hitting him very low on the knee roll. But I think it was a very good decision in the end from Steve Buckner. Very good delivery first up. You don't expect the variations coming. Flipper to start with and a wicket. 19 for 4.
The score is going nowhere, but the wicket tally is. It's increasing. There's only one side that are enjoying that, and that's the Australians. The Indians are tumbling. Youngsters at the crease.
Beautiful shot. Shane Warne won't mind that, because that's what he's trying to entice him to do. It's just a little bit fuller for his liking. But if he gets Rahul Dravid to play a shot like that again and drops it a bit shorter, might get a front edge. He'll get at least 1. He'll get 4.
Simon Kadich was coming in, and that one is launched through the covers. A powerful player, Singh.
I'll say this about declarations. I'm always a bit conservative on criticising captains on declarations until you sort of make a notion, say, well, he should declare or whatever, but you can't really be critical until at the end of the match, really. And that's, if they win, it's been a good declaration.
Now gone. Diving away to his left. Wonderful catch from Adam Gilchrist. And Glenn McGrath again has struck. He's had a magnificent match. Bowled superbly, right on the money again. And the end of Yuvraj Singh.
Yeah, and again, technique. His poor technique outside off stump, playing away from his body. Not a bad delivery, but a ball he didn't have to play at. Good catch there by Adam Gilchrist, and that ends a pretty big partnership there for the Indians. And Glenn McGrath stands up, 446 test wickets, and they're right on top here. Yuvraj Singh goes, he goes for 27, and it's 81 for 5.
young man who's going to have to show a lot of courage and mental strength here, because his team are in desperate trouble. 81 for 5.
Big shout, right back on the stumps. No doubt by Steve Buckner, coming in and spinning from a big angle. But the fact that Patel went so far back and across, that was the reason he was plumb in front.
Well, he was looking at the rough outside the off stump, and with the fielder at silly point, he wasn't very keen to get onto the front foot. Look at that sharp turn and big turn. And Parthiv Patel is another Indian walking back to the pavilion. 86 for 6.
Well, things have started again for Australia. 2 wickets in very quick succession. First it was Yuvraj Singh, then Patel. That is the reason Irfan Pathan is at the crease.
There were only smiles around.
Dravid, in the meanwhile, continues to battle for India.
Moves into the 40s.
The caller's catch. Did he get a bit of bat on it? No, Rahul Dravid is not running at all. And it's gone for runs.
Given as runs by Steve Buckner. Hitting the outside of the pad. The bat was behind the pad, but a bit of excitement from the Australian fielders.
Oh, the straighter one.
Another maiden, and that'll be the day's play, where lots of things have happened. It's been a quiet old day where 12 wickets have fallen for 206 runs for the day. It's been quite old day. Hard, tough Test cricket. And well played to Irfan Pathan. He's 7 of 41 deliveries with 1 boundary. He's been very well supported. Dravid, it's all down to him now with his 47. But the Australians will walk off pretty happy here, knowing that they should win this match from here unless rain or bad weather comes into play, and we haven't seen any at all in this Test match up to now.
Well, Shane Warne will be looking at those 2 wickets to get him past Murli, 1 to equal, another one to become the highest wicket taker in Test match cricket. And he continues to bowl from the Bemelin.
Dropped. Michael Clarke. That was the breakthrough they're looking for. Unfortunately, the young kid has dropped his first catch for Australia.
He's got the highest score here in Bangalore, but he'd like to forget this one. It was a hard chance. Good angle created by Michael Kasparovich, and Irfan Pathan going hard at that.
Should be taken. He's a very talented batsman with good footwork, good reflexes. Needs to take those, Michael Clarke.
Once again on the shorter side, Kasparovich doesn't pick it up in the deep. 10th boundary for Rahul Dravid. Once too often we've seen Shane Warne dropping a shot and Rahul Dravid making full use of it.
Must be out, must be out. Yes, Bowden raises the crooked finger, and the bowling change has worked. Terrific bowling change and fine bowling. I think the short leg was a good position because it prevented Rahul Dravid from really getting forward, and Kasparovich trapped him on the crease.
Well, that's a champion side performing out there. They have a plan in order. I think Dravid was made to believe that there could be some short pitch stuff coming at him, and then a typical Kasparovich delivery coming back into the right-hander. Dravid made the fatal mistake of staying on the back foot. It's something that he was looking to do at the start of the inning, to get onto the front foot of the ball coming in. It's another marvelous innings from Dravid. 60. The curtains are coming down on India. 118 for 7.
Anil Kumble comes in at number 9 for India. And he's greeted with Michael Kasprovic, a short leg, a silly mid-off, slip and 2 gullies.
So Kasprovic after drinks and he's bowled him. Kumble, second time in this match being dismissed bowled. First innings by Jason Gillespie, that was a cracking delivery. And here Michael Kasprovic is bowled an exceptionally good delivery, and Kumble has to depart.
He sure does, and the drinks break came at a good time for Australia. So often after a break, you'll get a wicket. Once again, the reverse swing doing the damage. Very hard for the new batsman to read when he first comes out. He needs to face a few deliveries and get into the swing of things. But brilliant bowling from Kasper. It's 125 for 8.
Harbhajan Singh, the new man. He's played it pretty well in the end. Getting off the mark in strange fashion, but picking up a boundary.
Well, it's almost better to come out and play this way. He's been watching the monitor, watching it live. He knows that Kasprovic is reverse swinging it.
Was in the air, but in the gap. He's had a very good match with the ball, Harbhajan Singh. Now he realizes he's got to go after the bowling. Another boundary, second for Harbhajan.
That's a big shot from Batan. He really is a gutsy cricketer. He's still out there. He's faced 97 deliveries for his 21 runs, and it's 152 for 8.
Waiting in the wings, well played, short and wide from Warne. And Harbhajan quickly onto it.
This is where Shane Warne's fitness counts now. He's done a lot of work over the last couple of years to get himself super fit. This is the time where his fitness has to come in now. He is looking a little bit tired, a little bit ragged. He rarely bowls short balls like that, does he? And now he's got to really pride himself on the fitness now.
Just going back to the problems for the Indian selectors, that outside of this match going on now, there's no other first-class cricket being played in India right now, so it's not as though there are plenty of options for the selectors, not people in form around the country who are clamouring to be included. So outside of the squad they've picked, there really aren't any options.
Quick single, chance for run out? No. Hesitation between the two.
Sachin Tendulkar and Andrew Lipas before the match, no doubt working overtime on that tennis elbow. He'll feel under pressure to come back, but as you say, he's not had a net for 6 weeks now.
Well, did that come off the glove? Off the pads and off the glove. Gilchrist was close.
I think there was a little bit of glove there. Nicely flighted delivery from Warne. He's bowled quite flat and quick throughout this game, but just occasionally throws one up.
Big shot down the ground. Has he got enough? It going, gone. .171 for 8. There's this session here, 2 for 79. A good fight back by India, and their 9th wicket stand here of 59, and they got them pretty quickly. Just 72 balls. The Aussies, they need 2 wickets to win this match. India need 273 to win from here. I don't think they can get them. Well, in fact, I'm almost sure of it. Oh, that's a gutsy leave. 2 slips, bat pad on the offside, bat pad on the onside. Oh, he's played it wide of point. Looking for 2, only 1. Well, if you're captain of the Australian cricket team, you would like to have done it with having a bowling line-up like this, Mike, no doubt, but would you give Warnie one more? Would you give him one more?
Well, I've never been a big one for captaining by sentiment. I think you get the job done, you get the test match won, and you put the man on who's most likely to do it. It just seems to me that Warne's bowled a long spell this morning. He looks a little bit tired, and it's time for a break.
Oh!
Who would you bring on?
I think the seamers have looked the most dangerous. Whether you just want to give a seamer one over before lunch, of course, is a different issue. But I think it's Kasparovich and McGrath who've looked the most dangerous. Of course, he's got one or two options, the part-time spinners. He's got Michael Clark, who bowls a bit of left-arm spin. Simon Katic bowls a bit of left-arm wrist spin. So they might throw the ball to one of those, 2 for 1 over before lunch.
Big hit. Going, out of here. Huge hit there for Murphy Pathan.
And it was well caught in the upper tier at the pavilion end by a young man in a blue shirt who's now getting high fives from all his mates. They're shaking his hands and giving him high fives. It was a huge blow by Irfan Pathan. Every time he's gone over the top, he's gone over wide, long on. It made a young man in the crowd very happy. It made his day.
More runs. Oh, they're enjoying it, the crowd. That's his first Test 50. Oh, you have played very well, Irfan Pathan. Not only is he very good left-arm quick, the new superstar of world cricket.
It's a very good 50. Especially when you consider that he was on 7 for well over an hour this morning. 87 minutes he was on 7, and since then he's blossomed. 7 4s and 2 6s in the last hour before lunch. Well played, young man.
Yeah, he has played very, very well indeed. It's good to see.
Oh!
Just have to be a bit careful in certain areas. End of the over there. 193 for 8.
It's then gone. Gilchrist has taken the catch. Gillespie wasn't brought on to bowl by the Australians the entire morning session, has picked up a wicket in the afternoon session, so the 9th wicket has fallen, and it's time for the Australian flags now to come up.
Well, it was going to come eventually. Good line from Jason Gillespie, running across the left-hander. And finally, they get that 9th wicket. But I take my hat off to Pathan. It was a gutsy effort. He was out there and faced 141 deliveries, his first half-century. Let's hope the top order have learned a little from the way he's gone about it. It's 214 for 9.
It's gone for the hook. Man getting underneath it, and he's taken it. McGrath the catcher. It's curtains for India. It's all over. Australia are delighted. They won the first Test match here in this series.
A fitting end, because it's Australia's seamers who've really done the damage with the ball in this game, and Gillespie was the bowler, and Glenn McGrath, who's had such a magnificent match, he was the catcher down at fine leg. And the Australian players now all congratulating themselves. Australian flags are fluttering, and it's been a deserved victory by this Australian team. They've really dominated from the moment they won a good toss here in Bangalore. They've dominated the Test match, set the foundations with a strong first innings score, and have piled the pressure on the Indian team from that moment onwards. They lead in the series 1-0, and they'll go to Chennai in good heart.
This is how the match panned out. Australia winning the toss, 474. It was always going to be difficult. India, disappointment in the first innings, 246. Parthiv Patel